Shift is a role-playing board and card game based around the Stoke-on-Trent Potteries Museum. The aim of the game is to escape your shift early or before anyone else without getting caught by either your boss or your coworkers. Getting caught means having to use cards that you get at the beginning of the game. Security guards are to pull out 3 cards from the deck after they have rolled a 5 to leave their control monitor room. These cards could have anything on them, ranging from action cards to location cards and to player cards. These cards are for you to use to lie to others on why you are not in the designated control monitor room. Mind, you can only use these cards on the boss. If your coworkers roll onto your square or in front of you, they can send you back to your control monitor room. Alternatively, if a player lands a square behind you and you have a turn to go, you can send them back to the control monitor room without having to roll. Your role is to play as one of 5 pawns, security guards, or the boss. Whoever you choose, you can design your character from their past to what they are like. This, after all, is a role-playing game. Each player comes up with their own character for their pawns. This is a role-playing game, so keep your characters when you're using your cards or confronting other players. If there are any children present, please keep it PG. You can only take your security guard pawn out of control monitor room when you roll a 5. You can choose to pass your move, staying on your square until the next round. If a player rolls onto your square or in front of you, they can send you back to your monitor room. Alternatively, if a player lands a square behind you and you still have a turn to go, you can send them back to the control monitor room. On the board are different squares. Some of them add different colored cards to the player's deck, whereas other spaces will remove one of the cards. If a security guard were to land on a yellow full star on the board, they are to go through the shuffled deck until they find a yellow card. They are then to reshuffle the deck after adding their card to their hand. If they land on an empty yellow star, they are then to remove 1 yellow card from their hand. If they do not have one, then they carry on with their escape mission. When a security guard makes it to their color triangle first, they win, but the game continues until all security guards are in their own triangles or are fired or have given up on escaping their shift early. The job of the boss's player is to roll 2 dice in their cup. The number of the dice decides where the boss goes on the numbered board. If the player gets a 5, they set up on the 5th square on the board. Any security guard in the range of 1 square on either side of the boss will have to explain to the boss why they are not in their control monitor room. If the player fails to pass off a believable story with all their cards, they are sent back to their colored room and given 1 token. The boss always rolls after all the players have finished their turn. If a player gets to their 3rd token, they are fired and kicked off the board. The goal is to go through the entirety of the board until you reach your escape.